welcome back to Dragonheir Silent Gods. And today, oh my god, can you shut up? Today we're going to talk about top 10 mistakes that noobs make, including myself at some point. So these, hopefully, if you're reading this or watching this video, you'll avoid these mistakes before you make them. And if you've made them already, then at least you know what to do differently next time. So the first thing we're going to look at is number one, not using rares in your team. So I know that epics and legendaries are very shiny things to look at, but if you look at each dungeon or each fight in Dragonheir as a problem and units the solution, rares can do basically almost everything. Epics and legendaries just do the job better, or they can do more than one job. So we're just gonna look at some epics, some rares. Common ones that are very good are Bronwyn, so he can function as a wild enabler. So if you have a team of wild units, he can actually proc wild checks for you. So you don't need epics or legendaries. If you don't have them, you can start with just rares. Or if you're missing one wild enabler in your team, you can just use him. Another one is Usha. Usha is great for single target frost. Again, she does great. Scrawled, she actually can do more damage than an unscrawled Drist, which is actually really impressive. What else have we got? Megan. Megan is a healer. Very rare for necrosis. She's also got dispels, so she dispels the defense penalty, which is useful for the last boss, and also increases ultimate energy, which is really important as well, and heals them. So she's great for starter healers. What else have we got? Welby. She can put out a lot of damage for a radiant rare, especially in the last boss. Chief challenges, this guy can do damage, but you have to combine him with a rally enabler. Who is good? Quarion. Quarion is pretty good, but you have to kind of group up your units. Is it Quarion? Yeah, it's Quarion. So you have to group up your units. So he is good for fights where only single targets get hit by damage, not AoE damage, otherwise you're screwed. He heals really often, like his cooldown time is only like 16 seconds compared to normal 20 seconds. And he also gives defense up, so he can be really good for low level healing. Alright, let's see who else. I'm gonna pass by Enna. Enna is a healer that can dispel debuffs on her ultimate. She is a little bit weak in that she only dispels one debuff at a time, but you would use her with another healer as well, and you can use her in Grave of Rot to dispel all the healing issues, but use her with another dispeller because she only dispels one at a time. Alright, what else have we got? These two are poison appliers, Eli and Dench. Both ranged. They can carry their own, especially in the poison, the bosses where you need poison damage. Sigrid is basically the first character you should level up to max, especially if you're a noob, because she's basically legendary, hiding as a rare. So her ultimate basically allows you to hit every single enemy with a debuff and inflict attack penalty and healing prohibition. So that's crazy. As long as you have somebody with AoE debuffs. So one example is Voresh, which is a epic frost. She can hit everyone in the battlefield, so that's great in goblins and also arena. It's very common. The battle skill is okay, poison damage and healing prohibition. Where she is really good is in goblins with her passive. So every time a goblin dies or enemy dies, she gets 25% ultimate energy. So if you apply debuffs and then she ultimates and she kills all of them, it's basically recharged for the next round. So she is great for noobs, especially in Goblin-nairs. Hexandra is a great starter healer. I think she's pretty powerful in terms of the rare healers because she dispels debuffs, she increases healing, for people that have low HP, and she just heals. So her focus is literally on healing with minor dispelling. So there you go. Those are some of the common rares that you should definitely look at if you are building your team and you need to fill in some gaps. Right, next problem that, next mistake that noobs make is trying to fit in legendaries with zero team synergy. So I know that adrenaline rush or that feeling you get when you pull a golden shiny light from the healer light dice, but it's not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you can get legendaries that just don't help your team composition at all, you know? So for example, if I was running my burn team, which is Durim, Shetius, and a few other epics, Lyle, yeah, that's it. So 3 of them plus tank and healer. If I got Nisa, I would not use her because she is number 1 not a burn hero. Number 2, she is not good in terms of DPS. She's more of an enabler for lightning, so she doesn't have synergy with my team. So I would basically waste resources on her. Another one is Jethalia. She is very situational because she uses her ulti to kill units, and units that are dead cannot be resurrected. So this would be more useful. She also dispels poison to deal derivative damage. So she doesn't. She's not good with long boss fights. So Vortex, for example, Chief Challenges. She might be useful in Fae. I haven't used her there yet, but like, look at that. Skill delta damage to enemies with less than 20 HP will increase by 25. Like, when do you get to that point? So yeah, these kind of legendaries, you really don't want to slot into your team just because you get them. I'm just gonna mention really quick some of the legendaries that you should not build, just in case you get them. Gallery. These are all pretty good. Talwar is one. Talwar is bad. He's bad. Just don't build him. If you get him, feel lucky because if you ever get him again, you can just use that dupe to buy a legendary artifact. Other bad ones are... Actually, you know what? He's the worst. Like, just period, he's the worst. Summoners aren't that good. Unless you are a whale and you can actually build a team around these guys and have like a full legendary team. Just because they die really fast. Their summons die really fast, so you would really need to build a team around them. So, in general, do your research first. Don't build legendary just because you got him. Most of the times, rares and epics that have synergy with a team are much better. Okay, so the next mistake that noobs make is not understanding dungeon or boss mechanics. So remember how I said dungeons are just basically problems that you can solve with your units? So let's look at Curse. Curse is the easiest one to solve because it's really simple. All he does is damage. Right, poison damage, poison damage, poison damage. Right, so if you stack resistance means that it's less chance of resistance means that you have less chance of getting a debuff from an enemy. So if you stack resistance on your tank and also, I think it's your lowest HP unit, you'd basically reduce the chance of poison getting applied. The other thing you want to do is have attack down, because in this fight, I'll just look at it really quickly. You have 4 of these. This is season 2. Season 1 you only have 2 of the orbs. So basically whoever's in your front line is going to get blasted, and if you don't have enough defense, I'll just show you what happens really quick. If you don't have enough defense, this is Jarius. He is famous for having a lot of defense. And if you don't have enough, look at how fast his HP goes down. Right? He dies fast. So what you want to do is to apply attack down. So attack penalty 2 means that they do 50% less damage, and your tank gets to live until the next time he gets dead if he gets hit again. So I think he's about to die. Oh, my fur buff is pushing him alive. Right. Let's see if I can. Oh no, he dies. There you go. So lesson number 1: make sure that you have attack down for this dungeon, and number 2, you also need accuracy. So you need to land attack down on the harpy and maybe 2 of the poison elements as well. And you can do that with Frubath, for example, with his ultimate. And the other thing that you need for this to land is accuracy. So if you click on the boss details, you'll see that they have 200 resistance. So basically you want at least 220 accuracy. There's still a chance of it failing, but it's small. So the more accuracy you have, the better basically for this boss. And once you do that, you've solved the problem. Too much damage by reducing his damage, that's it. You do need a strong healer as well, because he's going to get hit. Your main tank in front is going to get hit a lot. So TLDR, just make sure that you can solve each problem with the right kind of unit. I can go to another one. Let's go to Curse. So Curse is an easy one, again, to solve. Let's see. Alright, so this boss, Xenos, what he does is he will cast buffs on himself, so he gets damage up, which is really painful. Dispel the shield, we'll get to that in a bit, and then deals necrotic damage to everyone. So based on his damage. So what you want to do with this boss is, number 1, same as Curse, same as Venom, you want to deploy attack down. Because he will have, the more damage he deals, the bigger his shield is. So number 1, if you deal attack down to him, you can actually reduce the size of his shield. And number 2, he has buffs, so you need to remove his buffs. If you put in Dane, for example, let's just face Lyle. So Dane is great, he's an epic. What he does is his ultimate removes his buffs. Right, 2 buffs, and he inflicts attack penalty down as well. And he can also steal the buffs, which is really cool against this boss. So number 1, you need to have attack down, and number 2, steals buffs or dispel them. If not, he gets a shield, which we'll just see really quick. I'm just gonna put back my ult. What's up? Stirring up trouble. Yep. I'm gonna assume that's all runes. Yeah, it's all runes. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at what it does. So this boss, if you don't dispel his buffs, you're gonna get hit for a lot of damage, number 1. Number 2, he's gonna have a giant shield. So all the damage I'm doing, it's still gonna stay there, but he's going to shield himself for a lot. Okay, I wouldn't do that because I had attack down. So you have attack down. If I didn't have attack down, let's try turning it off. So he has his attack buffs, and I have no attack down. Let's see how big the shield is this time. 500k shield. That's a lot. And then you have to deal that 500k damage. Otherwise, you're not doing any damage this round. There are heroes that can prevent shields. I forgot what they are right now, but they can do that. So that's one way to do it. Another one is to also put shields on your own units. So if you put a shield on them, it does not count as damage done to them. So it's a very fun way to bypass this boss's problems. So yeah, look into each boss and see what is the problem, what are the problems that you have to solve with your units. Alright, let's see, top fourth mistake that noobs make is not planning ahead and saving dice for specific events. So two events that we can look at that I'm personally saving dice for is this one. So you can get a new hero from Ardreth. So how you get this hero is you can get shards, and once you have a certain amount of shards, I think it's 200, you can basically redeem it for this hero. So this hero is really good. I'll just go over details really quick. This is season 2, by the way. If you look at her benefits, so she gets Blessing, which gives her 3% extra defense and 10 resistance. And when she reaches 10 stacks, so that takes 50 seconds, right? 5 times 10, 50 seconds to get max stacks. She's going to have 30% extra defense, 100 extra resistance, and she's going to give it to everyone. So this kind of buff will help you bypass a lot of mechanics that require you to have, for example, attack down, because you're going to have so much defense and so much resistance. This one's pretty good as well. Gives you defense up and a lot of healing. 280 defense. So like at the base rate, this would be like maybe about 6k? Less than 6k defense, 6k healing and defense up, which is pretty good. The thing that makes her really nuts is, yeah, it's this one. It's the passive. I can't remember if it was this one. This is ultimate. Oh yeah, no, it is, sorry. So this hero, when you combine her with Garius, she gives Garius a crazy amount of healing, right? Because Garius heals for like, I don't know, 30, 40k on average without any super buffs. And then this hero gives additional 50 healing. And because Garius gets the buff from here, he gets extra 30% defense. The heal is easily 100k, right? And the fact that he can have a legendary artifact called Gatekeeper Staff, which converts all the overhealing to a shield, that's a crazy amount of shield, and you can bypass so many mechanics with that. So basically, this is one hero that you definitely want to have in your roster. So you will need to pull a certain amount of dice, because when you summon with dice, you okay, the banner would be something like, where is it, summon? So the banner would be something like the monthly banner, where you have 80 summons, but instead of having a legendary at the end of 80 summons, you would get a reward every 5, 10, 25 pulls, all the way up to 60, I think, 60 or 80. And that would basically allow you to get shards for Ardreth. So you need to combine Ardreth, you need to get shards from this event, as well as other PvE content. So by doing this, you can actually get characters that normally would be hard for non-spenders, even spenders, to get. So as you can see, I have 38 already, and I would like to get maybe 40 just for this event. There's another event coming, which is, let's see where it is, upcoming events here. So this one is Echoes of Sleepless. So this one is another collaboration event between Dragonheir and Dungeons and Dragons. So the first event was summoning for Dris Duarden. Please don't kill me if I said the name wrong. This one, this coming event for season 2 is for a legendary mage called Elminster Omar, the Sage of Shadowdale. He has a lot of titles in D&D. I don't know what they are. But basically, you can summon him from a specific banner, which has not come up yet. It will come up in about less than 30 days. And it's interesting because this banner allows you to summon for this specific hero, and you can only get this hero from this banner, right? So there's a very small chance to summon him as a single unit. So I think it's 0.5 chance, or 1 in 200 summons. Or you can get shards. So again, you need 240 shards, I think it was. And every 5 pulls, you're guaranteed 30 shards. So there's a chance to pull 30 shards from the summons. There's a chance for you to pull him from the event, from the banner directly. And you can also get shards from the daily quests that they give you. So it's really a good idea to save on your dice. Don't spend your dice on random things. Spend them on things that could be good. Like, we don't know how good he is, right? Certainly there's no data out, but if he's good, then at least you know that you've saved your healer light for somebody that's possibly imbalanced, you know? So again, do your research. Spend on the correct banners. Right, let's see. The next thing is number 5. Not taking advantage of the free reset week. So I don't have it right now because I'm already pretty deep into season 2. About 23 days into season 2, I think. And if I was in the first week of season 1, I would be able to reset my heroes. There you go. So it's called Clypsidra Torrent. I can't go back. I can't click on it. But what it does is it allows you to go and reset your heroes. So I'll try and bring it up on the screen. But basically, what you're looking at is if you click on the hero like this and you click upgrade, there'll be a little button in the corner that allows you to basically reset all of the things that you invested into the hero, like gold, crystals, not skill scrolls. So basically everything that you use to level up the unit to a certain level. Oh, EXP potions. And that, doing this reset, having this reset ability helps you to swap between helps you to farm these domains, so you can get domains for your characters and level them up to 90. So let's say you have a frost team, you want to get more frost crystals, but you can't use frost, right, within the frost domain. So what you do is you build up your frost domain, your frost team, go into the flame domain, build up your flame team, and then come back to the next level of the frost domain, and so on and so forth. So you can actually swap between these two and level up both 2 teams within the first week. And ideally you'd end up with 1 team that you can use for the temporal vortex, as well as goblin farming, which is really important. Everything else is okay, I guess, but you'd be looking at heroes that can do AoE damage, preferably. So Burn was really good for that in this season. Okay, the next mistake that noobs make is number 6, being afraid to try new high-level content such as Temporal Vortex, Otherworld Exploration, and Chief Challenges. So right now, I've only got Temporal Vortex unlocked, but as you can see, like, if you do as much damage as possible, you get a lot of free stuff every day. Right now we're at Temporal Vortex 3. I've unlocked 4 technically, but I haven't got enough adventure level, and I don't think I have enough to unlock it before the week is up. But the rewards that you get right now, I can get 75 Wyrmarrow every day, and that's basically 150. That's just under 25% of Heliolite die per day. Once you hit Temporal Vortex 4, um, I should be able to get 95 Wyrmarrow per day, and that's over 33% of a healer light die. You get all these neat things as well, like Infinity Solvent, XP, Gold, and Starlight dies. So this is the area where you do want to do your best every day, because you get so many resources from it. Like, it adds up so much over time. The other one that you want to look at is Otherworld Exploration. So, Chief Challenges, which is like a taster version of the Otherworld Exploration, where you can beat up bosses. So I haven't got unlocked, but you can fight bosses in each area. There's 6 bosses. In total, you start off with 3. So for Chief Challenges, you start off with 3 bosses per week that you can challenge. Or rather, you can challenge, you have 3 challenges per week, so you can use them all on the same boss. Each boss has its own weakness, so you do double damage to them based on its elemental weakness. So you have fire, you have ice, you have lightning, etc., etc. And what you do, benefits you get is you have rewards similar to the Temporal Vortex. I can't remember if you get Wyrmarrow daily. I don't think you do. But you get shards for the Ardreth event, for the Lunar Halo Radiance event, or if it's Season 1, you get it for the Utura event. And you also get this currency called... where is it? Wait, what? It's not here. Okay, you get the currency called Echo of Clepsydra. So this is one of the most important currencies that you can get in the game, because as you can see, you can get it from the Vortex Challenge and Exploration. So the benefit of this currency is at the end of the season, this will be converted into pure sand cores, right? And the goal, the end game goal, should be to do as much damage to the bosses in the Temporal Vortex, the Otherworld Exploration, and Chief Challenges to get as much Echo of Clepsydra as you can. And you can exchange it for the sand cores. Well, the exchange will happen automatically at the end of the season, and then you can exchange it in the shop in the next season for these kind of rewards. So this is the current season. The rewards from the previous season, I used it to buy the stuff in this season. So I got 5 Master Scrolls, 10 Scholar Scrolls, 500 Wyrmarrow, 30 Starlight Dice, 15 Healer Light Dice, which is a lot, and avatars, I don't really care. Didn't spend it on gold because I don't really need it. Frames are just cosmetics, you don't really need it. But basically, you want to do as much damage as you can to these bosses, because even participating in them, even just hitting them, so I'm talking about the Otherworld and Chief Challenges. Even if you just hit them once, you're already participating and you get like 1 shard. Obviously you want to do more damage, but if you're not confident, you can just do as much damage as possible. There are guides on YouTube on how to do it, how to build your teams. But at the end of the season, if you look at the rewards, most players will be able to get hopefully top 20. If you're just active enough, you can get 20 of these summon tickets. And these summon tickets are really cool because they guarantee 10 of them guarantee you legendary. So you have to use them with Starlight dice, Heliolight dice. And by using, you could roll a legendary in 1 die and have 19 of these left over. if you use 10 of these, the last one will be guaranteed to be a legendary. So you would have 2 and 9 tickets left over, which you could use, but they won't guarantee you a legendary. So anyway, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're doing enough damage to the bosses to get top 20. So I will explain more about it in a future video, but for now that's pretty much all you need to know. Okay, the next mistake that noobs make is number 7, spending scrolls on heroes without doing any research. Just because a hero looks cool does not mean you should spend scrolls on them. Scrolls are really hard to come by. They cost a lot. So if you look at the shop here, where is it? Bags. Is it bags? No, sorry. If you go to exchange. No, that's not right. Sorry. Okay, go to store. Daily supply store. There you go. So one master scroll is 450. So you do need these eventually to level up your units. I don't recommend spending on scholar scrolls because you can just get them from content easily. Don't buy these. These are the lowest priority, I would say. Well, I think the lowest would be these because you get so many apprentice scrolls for the rares. Master scrolls are something you should consider towards the end of this first season, or maybe in the beginning of the second season, because you will have new legendaries and you would want to spend some scrolls on them, especially if they're good ones. So if you don't do your research on your heroes and you waste them, that's like if you talk about legendaries, that's 4,500 Wyrmarrow down the drain, which is a lot of money if you think about it. A lot of in-game currency if you convert it to money. So if you look at Zorak's skills, so this is a hero that I'm building currently for this new season. I have used up all my master scrolls on Ashetius and Durham, but I'm building this guy Zorak because he enables my Ice Blast team, and it costs a lot to level him up, but I'm confident because I've looked at the damage that he does, or not the damage that he does, but the damage that he helps other Ice Blast heroes do, which is a lot. And his skills are worth scrolling up. If I wasted my scrolls on somebody like, okay, let's say that Jathalia, for example, I would be very disappointed. I think somebody that if this is your first hero, do not scroll her. Save it for somebody that has a good rating. So you can always go to the official Discord and ask around, is this hero worth scrolling up? Or you can go to YouTube and look at reviews of the heroes. I would say this is the only hero that I regret scrolling up. From the last season, I thought that he would carry my poison damage, but basically this hero I did not do enough research, and this hero needs a lot of enablers. One of them is Corrin, which is a poison hero. Let's see, where's Corrin? So Corrin is an epic poison hero, and he helps stack poison. He refreshes his poison on the target. So if you get his skill haste high enough, he can have up to 40 stacks of poison, if I'm not wrong. And the only way you can get 40 stacks of poison if you have a legendary artifact, which is Hourglass. I did not have that, and I didn't realize you needed that to build Lothair, to support Lothair to do a lot of damage, so that was my mistake. But I don't know, I'll see my luck and see if I get a dupe. All I need is Hourglass, and I can really use him in the chief challenges and the other world exploration. Alright, the next thing we're going to look at in terms of mistakes noobs make is spending healer light on featured banners. So what do I mean by featured banners? If you go to summon, so a featured banner would be something like this. So a featured banner means that you're looking at banners where you have an increased chance to get a hero, but the problem is that you need to fail in order to increase the chances of getting a hero, and even if the chances are increased, it's not guaranteed. So I always look at it in terms of the worst hero, like what's the worst hero on this banner. Jatalia, she's back. So there's a chance that I could get this hero back to back. Oh, they changed it so you can actually see the details. So they didn't enable this last time, but there's a chance that I could get this hero on the first time, and then I get the hero on the next time, and the next time. There's no guarantee that I will get the hero that I actually want. For example, Jillian is great. Or Shinna for Ice Blast. So that's one downside of these banners. Number two, the problem with these banners is that the pity does not carry across. So you might know that every 35 summons for Heliolites you use, you get a guaranteed legendary. But this does not carry across. So pity can carry across, specifically on these banners. The monthly banners, which have 80 summons, right? So let's say I summon 33 summons this month, or let's say I summon 31 more summons this month. Actually, let's make the math easier. 32 summons this month, plus 2 is 34, right? Let's say I did not get any legendaries from these 34 summons. The next month, there will be the Ardreth event, which also has 80 summons to get the maximum rewards. If I pull one die on that banner, I will get guaranteed legendary. So it does carry across seasons. And I also can confirm it carries across seasons, because if you look here, I only summoned twice on this banner and I got legendary, which is basically my pity from the previous season. I did not get legendary within 33. I was 33 dice on the previous banner. The second last banner I didn't spend in the last month, and I got got legendary within 2 pulls. So it does carry across between months and seasons. It does not carry across these banners. So if I spend excuse me, if I spend 33 dice on this banner, and then the next one comes up within 7 days, if I spend 2 more dice, the pity would not carry across, and I would not guarantee a hero from that banner. So TLDR, do not spend on these banners unless you are a whale, or unless you're really into gambling, because these are not worth it for anyone that's not a whale. The only banners that I would say you might want to consider spending on, aside from the monthly banners, are the monthly banners and the D&D collabs are, let's see if it's here. Is it these ones? Blessed Summons. So you get extra rewards by summoning on these banners. So it's kind of like these featured summons, so the ones that I was looking at just now. But you get extra rewards as well. So this is one way to target epics that you really want. So one reward that you get from summoning 25 times, for example, on this banner is an epic selection chest within the epics in this banner. I don't know why I would want Katona, but let's see. So I myself would consider a banner with who's the shieldy man? There's a shieldy man. Oh, there's Voresh. I haven't got Voresh, so I might consider it. If I had Voresh in the banner. Golemde's pretty good. Yeah. Oster's pretty good. Durango's pretty good. Felocia's pretty good. Alton's man. Like, these heroes are alright. These aren't too bad. And I also have dupes. This guy. So this would be an okay banner for me to pull. It's not amazing, but I might consider pulling on it if I really had nothing to spend on. This is Adolphus. I actually want Adolphus, so I might consider summoning on this banner. The legendaries, ironically enough, aren't that amazing. Sarvol's pretty good. He's the whatchamacallit? He is the exclusive, if I'm not wrong. No, I might be wrong. Anyway, don't spend on things that are not the monthly banners, and maybe the banners for extra rewards, because you're gonna waste your money and your dice. One more thing that you can get from featured banners I forgot to mention is exclusive heroes. So the featured banners will not give you exclusive heroes. For example, this guy, Durango, you can only get him from the 80 pull banners. You can actually see who they are by going to exchange, exclusive, so you can see which ones they are. Beldel, Berquinte, I already have Ashatias, don't know who this is. Lothair, I already have Lothair, but I probably won't buy this. Fitar, there you go. It is Cylinder, he is exclusive, there you go. Flora, I want to say Felicity. Nashchenka is okay. Level 1 is the Summoner, and I already have this one. So you can only get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 exclusives from the 80 pull banner. So that's another benefit to just pulling on the main monthly banner, as I call it. Okay, the ninth mistake that noobs make is spending Wyrmarrow on stamina as a free-to-play, mainly as a free-to-play. So you should focus on just buying Heliolite if you're a noob, because that's how you expand your roster. You get epics, legendaries, and obviously rares. And that's really important for, again, like looking at dungeons and bosses as problems. You have more solutions. If you spend on anything else like stamina, you're just you're solving the problem quicker, but you're not getting more solutions. So if you spend stamina for, I don't know, goblins or gear, for example, you're going to get there faster, but you know, you're wasting the chance to get more solutions for other problems that you might need to solve. Some other dungeons where you need like debuffers, or dungeons where you need shielders. It's really like you're limiting yourself basically. So don't spend Wyrmarrow on stamina especially if you're free to play. If you pay for stamina and you're not a whale, the only time I can recommend that is during the first week where you have stamina reset, because you really need to build your teams quick. So you need stamina for Goblin, for example, and you need stamina for the Tempest domain, the domains, so Flame domain, Frost domain. So you basically want to level them up as much as possible. That's the only time that I would basically say spending Wyrmarrow and stamina is actually a good thing. Alright, the 10th thing, the final thing that I'm going to cover today as a mistake that noobs make is not spending your Starlight dice. So, unlike Heliolite dice, Starlight dice have no benefit to being saved up. You don't have any specific banners, you don't have any bonuses. If you summon them 100 at once, 500 at once, it doesn't matter. Like, you always get the same result, which is you get the epics within epics, rares, and commons. You never get legendaries from Starlight, but if you get a dupe epics, you get if you get dupe heroes, you get Essence of Creation, which you need to level up your artifacts. So it's always useful to spend your Starlight summons. The only time you can save up, or the time I recommend you to save up, is just before the end of the season. So 1 month before the end of the season, you can start saving up, because you pretty much have almost all the heroes you need. You have more than enough Essence of Creation, and there's no point really in summoning more, unless you really, really, really want a specific epic, and even then it's not guaranteed. So basically spend your Starlight dice, there's no benefit to saving up. on commons. Commons and rares. Okay, alright guys, I hope that you got some value from the mistakes that I shared with you today, and hopefully you can learn what not to do and what to do in the future to save yourself time, money, and headaches. And yeah, if you have any other lessons that you wish you'd have known earlier, or mistakes that you don't want anyone else to run into, please comment below or send me a DM, and I will feature you in the next round of top 10 mistakes that noobs make. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching my content today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and comment on what videos you'd like to see more of from me in the future. This is Yogu, and thanks again.